Hey everyone, welcome to another updated skincare video. I don't change up my skincare routine that much, but I have added quite a few new products in the last couple of months that I want to talk to you about. But before I get to that, I'd like to get the business side out of the way. So, if you haven't noticed by reading the description box below, this video is sponsored in part by PMD, which is slightly ironic, I think, because I was going to mention them anyway. If you've been watching me for a very long time, then you know I've been faithfully using the PMD since last July, and it looks like this is the box, by the way. So if these sorts of videos bother you, I understand, click out, no hard feelings. If it doesn't, I appreciate you sticking around, so let's get to the fun part. Let's talk about some products. Morning time. I'm gonna speak quickly because there's a lot to talk about. Every morning I use the Tea Tree Skin Clearing Facial Wash from The Body Shop. I love this. A little goes a long way. Not even the size of the cap, probably the size of my thumbnail is all I need. They do make a cream version of this, even though I do have dry skin that is aging and dehydrated. The cream cleanser did not agree with me and I broke out everywhere when I started using it. So I use this face wash. My two boys, my teenage sons, also use this face wash. Love it. Every morning lately, last month or so, I got this in a beauty box. I follow up with the Inglot Q10 toner. I think it's French because the label is in English and French. It smells lovely. It's slightly hydrating, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what this does or if it really does anything for me, but I feel like it is just that little extra step in the process that in the evening has one particular function, but in the morning for me it just wakes me up and makes sure that I've gotten all traces of the Body Shop cleanser off my face. So that's what I use. Then here come all the new products that I have been playing with the last month or so. This is the star of the show. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Dark Spot Corrector. I've been using this most of the month of January, I would say, and I have pretty good skin. It breaks out occasionally. It's all hormonal for the most part, other than a reaction to a new product. And even though the blemishes clear up, because I am so pasty white, the red marks left over do not go away. I have noticed a huge improvement. I have one particularly nasty patch right here. Huge improvement in the decrease of redness and leftover blemish spots from this stuff. I cannot tell you enough how much I love this. I love it. To keep with that, I really don't have dark circles, but I feel like at this point in my life, I just feel like I'm tired all the time. Teenagers stay up late, so I have to stay up late to keep an eye on them, sort of thing. Not getting as much sleep as I'd like. So I've been using the Clinique Even Better Eyes Dark Circle Corrector. It has this lovely cooling tip, and it's sort of a, let's see if I can squeeze some out there, sort of a salmon-y color, and I just use this to pat it underneath each eye. I use the metal tip to even kind of pat it into the skin, and then I follow up with a little ring finger action there and make sure it's not greasy. It literally feels like a powdery finish when you're all done. So I'm loving that, and I really do notice that it brightens up my eyes. Then I have a new daytime eye cream. I will explain why I switched that up when I get to the evening part, but for the daytime, another Clinique product. I'm really branching out. It's the Clinique All About Eyes. It's supposed to reduce puffiness and circles and all that. Again, it's that nice kind of off pink peach salmon color. It's very refreshing. It has no odor. So if you're a very sensitive skin kind of person, I definitely recommend the Clinique products for you. I end the morning routine with the Colleen Rothschild Sheer Renewal Cream. This is my, I don't know, 4th, 5th, or 6th tube of the Colleen Rothschild Sheer Renewal Cream. It is just a white cream. I love this as an everyday, oops, some of it's oozing out. I love this as a everyday morning moisturizer. If I wash and do all this in the morning and then go do some other stuff before I come back to put on makeup, I always reach for this again. This is a great primer, especially for dry skin, to put on before you slap on your foundation. Now let's get on to evening time. So we're gonna reverse everything we just did. So for months and months and months and months and months, if you've been watching me, I've been using the Colleen Rothschild Radiant Cleansing Balm. This is one of my top 2 of my favorite products of hers. This is a lot, this is almost, well, this will probably last at least another month. A little goes a long way. You scoop just a tiny bit out. I'd say about as much as the first joint of your finger. rub it between your fingers to warm it up a little bit, and then I massage it all over my face, my eyes, my eyelashes, everything. It removes, I wouldn't say it's gonna remove waterproof mascara, but everything else, it's gone. I never feel like I need a second cleanse. When you order the Radiant Cleansing Balm, it always comes with one of these. This is a muslin cloth. For those of you that live in the US and may not be familiar, this is a brand new one, so it's nice and shiny white and clean. But I am aware for a lot of you that the Colleen Rothschild line is on the pricey side. I wasn't aware how pricey it was until I added up all my receipts last week from 2014. Colleen Rothschild was the largest budget line item on my expenses. Well worth every penny, but I can see where it adds up very quickly. So for those of you that perhaps do not want to spend the money or are looking for something without a fragrance, because this definitely has a very nice fragrance, it has not caused me any reaction, but some are sensitive. I have been using the Clinique Take the Day Off for the last month or so, and it is a similar product. It has no scent. It's like a white, the Colleen Rothschild balm has a bit of give to it when you touch it. This is almost solid, so you really have to scoop it out. And now it's all over my fingers. And it's same concept, no scent though, and again, takes everything. I feel like neither of these require a second cleanse, which is evidenced by the fact that I follow it up again with the Indie Lee CoQ10 toner. I use the Shiseido cotton pads. I just do a couple of shakes of the bottle and do it all over my face, and I will tell you that if there was any makeup left, it would show up on the cotton pad, and it never does. So, unless I missed a spot. So, it really does do the job. Okay, now for the fun part, all of the little serums and things that I do in the evening. I alternate between a few because there's just so many options. Some I double up on, but the ones that I reach for on a daily basis, depending on what day it is, the first one is the Colleen Rothschild Salicylic Treatment Complex. I don't break out a lot because of impurities on my skin, but just to keep things on the safe side, this does do a great job of kind of preventing blackheads. I can use this as a treatment if I feel like. It also helps with discoloration and rough patches on your skin. It's an exfoliator, so I love this all over my skin, or sometimes as a spot treatment. Something I've been using mostly just around my eyes lately, although there are days when I don't use salicylic, I'll use this all over my skin, and this is the Retinol Treatment Complex. Similar concept, except it's, retinol based instead of salicylic acid based. Helps more with the wrinkles. I'm just reading the back to make sure I get it all here. Yes, definitely wrinkles and dull skin, brighter skin. So I put this right around my eyes. I've had no reaction, no adverse reaction to it. I don't think it's going to completely reverse the lines that are there. I would probably have to bump it up to prescription strength, but I feel like it's doing a pretty good job at kind of slowing the process down. It's inevitable. And then if I feel like I have a particularly stubborn patch, which I feel like I do, so I do just kind of spot treat this one area, I will do the Clinique Dark Spot Corrector just on like this little spot right here, and there's a couple little healing blemishes that I want to make sure get hit. And then moisturizing part. So for the evening time, I now only use, instead of both morning and night, the Colleen Rothschild Complete Eye Cream, and it's quite a bit missing in here. There's no odor. It's very moisturizing. It's absolutely suitable for daytime and nighttime, but it is also very expensive, and I feel like I go through this really quickly. So I was excited to find a nice daytime option and just reserve this for the evening. I put this all over under my eyes, the corners of my eyes, and my whole eyelid. I don't get any burning or weird sensation from this on my eyelids, and I don't feel like it leaves a sticky residue. You know how sometimes you put a moisturizer on your eyelids and it almost feels like the skin is sticking together, you can't open and close your eyes fully? This does not make that happen. And then the last thing that I do on a regular basis, assuming everything is normal and good, I follow up with the Colleen Rothschild Face Oil No. 9. One pump, kind of pat it between my fingers and then pat it all over my face and kind of rub it in, and any leftover goes on the back of my hands. I will say, if you are looking to branch out into the Colleen Rothschild line, the two that I started with and that are my absolute favorites, top 2 out of 3, is the Radiant Cleansing Balm and the face oil. The eye cream is a close third, but I feel like you get more for your money with these two. They last a very long time and they're very effective. Now on to the routine that it's not every day, but it's definitely weekly, at least once a week or so, depending on how things are going. The first thing I'm gonna mention is the PMD. I have been using this every week, Sunday nights. I'm not taking this out of the box. There is a reason why. I will insert a clip of me, if I haven't already, using it. I do the PMD every Sunday night. It's an at-home microdermabrasion exfoliation machine, basically. It removes dead skin, drying skin, exfoliates, opens up everything. It's just basically my secret weapon for making my skin look fabulous. I definitely have seen a difference when I have used it for a long period of time and then I skipped a month. Not a good idea. I don't recommend that. My skin almost within 2 weeks got patchy, dry. I started breaking out regularly. So my skin definitely prefers that I use this. I don't want to do a whole review on this. I have done one already, so I'll put that in the description box. That was back in July of last year. I obviously love the product. I listed it in my best of 2014. I think it's a very, for what it is, it's an inexpensive tool. You can get it easily online or at Ulta or wherever, you know, in person. The discs do not cost a lot to replace and they do last a while, so it's not a constant. Anyway, enough of that. I like it, my skin likes it. So that's Sunday night, my Sunday night routine, and I follow that up with one of two things. So the nights that I do the PMD, I don't do any other lotions, moisturizers, whatever, except a moisturizer, and that is the one of two things. It's either the Colleen Rothschild Extreme Recovery Cream, which is so extremely awesome that mine is totally empty. There's probably one more use in here. I have a backup already that I bought, and I just scoop a little bit out. Again, I recommend warming it between your fingers, and I put it all over, and then of course my eye cream, and I'm done for the night. Sometimes, especially the last few months in the winter, things are a little drier. Instead of doing the moisturizer, I will do a hydrating mask, and my favorite is the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud. Looks like banana bread batter. Kind of smells like it too. And I will put that all over my face and go to sleep in it. You can just wipe it off after 10 to 15 minutes. I like sleeping in it. And I will tell you, this is not anywhere in the advertising, but if I have a blemish that's healed over, and I hate to be gross, but kind of scabbed over, for reasons I do not understand, if I put this on and leave it overnight, it's almost like it hydrates and plumps it all up, and in the morning the scab falls off. So that's kind of nice. Now, if my skin is particularly dry, especially in the wintertime, this is in my regular evening routine now, I'm going backwards. Before I do my last oil step, I will layer moisturizer, and I will do the Extreme Recovery Cream first and layer it on top with the oil. I know that sounds crazy and a lot, it really isn't. Now, of course, if you have incredibly oily skin, maybe that's not a great idea, but it's worked really well for me. And then the last few things that I used on a more weekly basis than every day. So I exfoliate with the PMD on Sundays. Wednesdays or Thursdays, I reach for another Colleen Rothschild product. What can I say? They're good. The Dual Enzyme Polish. And this is a fruit enzyme based chemical being the fruit enzymes, physical because there's little microbeads in here. I don't think the color's picking up quite so well on camera, but it's sort of like it's a beautiful pastel peach. Smells lovely and fresh. The idea of this is after you wash your face, you have a damp face, you scoop a little bit of this on, spread it all over, avoid the eye area, let it set on your face for 3 to 5 minutes, let the little fruit enzyme things do their thing. Then you wet your hands and you start massaging it in. There's little grains of something in there, that's the physical exfoliation, and then you wipe it all off. Definitely is giving me more glowy, healthy, radiant, all those lovely words. I really like it a lot. And sometimes if I don't feel like I need my whole face, I always get flaky here. I'll just put it on my nose. You know, you can do a little spot treatment. I've talked about this a lot in the past. This is my little travel size. It's the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. I don't use this as an all-over mask so much, but I will do this as a spot treatment. I'll put it on a particularly stubborn blemish or pimple or whatever you want to call it, and just leave it on overnight. Another product that I use for pimples is, and I've used this for a long time, I don't think I've ever mentioned this. It's the Paula's Choice Resist. It's a BHA9, so it's a beta hydroxy acid, I believe, instead of an alpha hydroxy. My skin does not love the alphas Betas are not so bad. And this little guy has lasted a long time. It's a little pump. I don't want to smush it, but it's like an oil that comes out. It's not a cream. And I just pat it on the guy that's being stubborn. If I'm at home all day, and so I know I'm not filming videos or going out, I won't wear makeup, and I'll just keep tapping this on all day long. It seems to be working very nicely. So that is my incredibly involved, lot of product heavy skincare routine. It might not be for everyone. It works for me. I will say that I have been breaking out again. I went through a period where I didn't, but mostly along my jawline and the edges of my face. I do see an endocrinologist for my thyroid. We did some blood tests and talked about it. He has prescribed a course of spironolactone, which is a testosterone blocker, which may be responsible for this stuff. I haven't started the prescription yet, but I'll keep you posted and see if that makes a difference. So when I agreed to do this video for PMD, even though I was going to be doing it anyway, they, for some reason, sent me one of these. I already have one of these. I don't need to. I can't like exfoliate two-handed. That's crazy. So I decided I have one. I love it. One of you should have it so you can love it too. So I am giving this away. I am going to limit this to US and Canada viewers only. All you have to do in the comments is, you know, don't say enter me or can I have it, because then it'll go to spam and I won't see it. So let me know if you do want to be considered for the entry. I will keep this open for a week and then I will announce it in the video following. So if you want to know if you won, you better watch the videos or you won't know. And I will announce at the very beginning of the next video that goes up a week from this one. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, I'm always open to reading them and I look forward to answering anything that I can. So leave those in the comment section below as well. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. You have no idea how much it means to me, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye. So I have a whole bunch of random favorites, mostly makeup. I'm not going to discuss skincare because I'm making a skincare video very soon. I've been